What problems did the Voting Rights Act solve? Imagine a time when voting was not a right for everyone, especially in the southern states. Many Black Americans faced unfair barriers that kept them from voting. After the Civil War and the ratification of the 15th Amendment, some progress was made, but many states still used tricks to stop Black people from voting. They used literacy tests, poll taxes, and complicated registration rules that were designed to be impossible for many to pass. These rules were often enforced with threats, violence, and economic punishment. Black voters were often intimidated or harassed, making it very hard for them to participate in elections or have their voices heard. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 was created to fix these problems. It made it illegal to requiring literacy tests or other unfair voting requirements. This was a big step because it stopped states from using these tricks to keep Black Americans from voting. The law also set up federal oversight, which meant that certain areas with a history of discrimination had to get approval from the federal government before changing voting laws. This process was called preclearance. It helped prevent new unfair rules from being put in place. The law also allowed federal examiners and observers to watch elections in places where voter intimidation or fraud was common, making sure voting was fair. Another important part of the law was that it required areas with many people who didn't speak English well to provide language help. This made it easier for non-English speakers to vote and have their voices heard. Thanks to the Voting Rights Act of 1965, millions of Black Americans and other minorities gained better access to voting. It helped increase voter registration and turnout, giving more people a say in how their government works. This law was a major victory for the civil rights movement and showed how determined people were to fight racial discrimination in voting. Even though some parts of the law have been challenged in recent years, it remains a key achievement in the fight for equal rights and fair elections.